Hey everyone, make sure you guys are hitting that like button while you're coming in. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Let me go ahead and hit the intro right now. Alrighty, guys, come on in, come on in. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Thank you so much. For those that are in the house, shout out to everybody. Sorry, I'm getting my other device going as well. Let's see. I need you to stand up, device. Lord, I need to get like a little holder. Rabbit's not prepared. I am not prepared. All right. Let's see. Okay. The live chat is going on my second device. Here we go. Let me shout out the beautiful people in here. Who do I have? Peekaboo SW Cash. Who else? Who else? Who else? Don't look back. Oh my gosh. My beautiful members. Eric, how are you? Good Gumby. Generally Jenny, I see. Karma Isaby, and I'm Karma. Who else? Oh my God, everybody, come on in, come on in. It's been a bit of a crazy day. I don't know about you guys, but it's just different things kind of happening. Laced in chains, crisscross applesauce. Thank you so much for telling everybody to hit that like button. Katrina, you made it. I saw your comment. I see you in the chat now, so hopefully you're able to engage and it's not a big deal. Hey, Greg, I see you. Mystery Christy. Okie, welcome. Okay, everybody, come on in. The good Allison, welcome. Blonde Bomb, I hope you're doing well. Chico in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Grandma is here in Sakina. Whoo, my goodness. Everybody, Amy, okay. It's easier for me to see you guys over here. All right, cool. Everybody, come on in and hit that like button. Hey, Caddy, how are you? And Cole. All right. I have a little community poll here on the side. I'm just kind of curious because I think that this can happen to just about anybody. Shout out to the person that sent me the link. I guess they didn't say anything to me. They just sent me a bunch of links. And it was to the Suzanne Murphy, not Murphy. Is it Morphy? Morphew? I'm not trying to murder the name. Okay. I apologize. I really am not. But if I'm saying it correctly, is it Morphew or Morphe? Chat, please correct me. Am I saying the name right? You can't answer the name per usual. Amy, what's wrong? I'm gonna ask you the tough questions. If you were charged with murder, would you guys be suing? I'm just saying. Cole says it's sad because it happened in my favorite little town in Colorado. I used to live there just down the road. Is it Morphew? Thank you. Thank you guys, because I am not trying to, brutally murder someone's last name. So thank you. Hey, nonsense. Okay, Morphew. Morphew. That's how you say it. I'm gonna say it like that. Okay, you would. Crisscross says, "Yep, totally." Crisscross says, "I would totally, totally be suing." It says, "Heck yes, hell, you guys would be suing." Oh my gosh. Well, welcome, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. Is it Melissa? Melissa Photos. Welcome. And shout out to everybody from the Facebook. I see. Would you be suing? Let me know in the chat. Of course, of course. Okay. Let me show you guys a couple things. I want to thank everybody again for coming in here. You guys could be somewhere else, but you're here. I appreciate you guys as I'm covering some of this true crime stuff. So for those that don't know the story of Suzanne Morphew, I think it was maybe about 3 years ago on Mother's Day. She was bike riding and essentially went missing and has not been found. Her husband was charged with murder. And I don't know, as I'm reading, I'm like, well, is he not a suspect anymore at this point? Because I'm trying to get more information in terms of this case, but I'm not hearing that he was charged, but I don't know where it went from there. You believe he's definitely guilty, though? Ooh, yo, he is beyond guilty. It's a bit premature. He wasn't acquitted yet. So he's over here, listen, he's over here on Good Morning America, all these shows and whatnot to say, like, listen, I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue those people. I mean, if he's saying he didn't do it, then what do we do? What do we do if he's saying he didn't do it? You let me know. Let me change my freaking background. I kind of like the blue one better. Here we go. I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors. Let me hit play on this and let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Suzanne Morphew, the Colorado mother, vanished on Mother's Day 3 years ago. Her husband Barry had been charged with murder, but he's now suing prosecutors after they dropped all charges last.
See, they said had been charged with murder. Had. Has he been cleared? Because I haven't heard a statement that he's been cleared per se. So he's now suing. You never know what you would do unless you're in that situation, says Roxanne. It means, in my opinion, IMO means in my opinion. Blonde, I always have to ask what these acronyms mean. Don't you worry about that. His charges would drop without prejudice, which means they can charge me again. Thank you so much, Grandma. I mean, they could charge him again. I don't know. Hey, Wim. They dropped charges but not cleared. So a couple of the friends are saying that is bullshit. Barry is bullshit. That's what they're saying. They're saying that he hasn't been cleared. Therefore, this lawsuit is stupid. That's what they're saying. I mean, in short, and I'll show you guys an article. They're interviewing people in the family that know the couple, so they definitely feel some type of way about Barry over here suing. Like, I mean, let me know. Listen, I don't know. First of all, I would never want to be accused of a crime. So I do feel some type of way about that. However, especially wrongfully accused and convicted, you better believe I would be throwing a lawsuit in there, especially if you wrongfully convicted me. Oh yeah, I'm coming for that money, for the Capitol building, for the city, for the town hall, for all these prosecutors. I'm coming for your salary. You better believe it.
Last year. Now, Russia has an exclusive interview with Morphew and his daughters. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you guys. Barry Morphew says his life is ruined. That $15 million civil suit accuses prosecutors and law enforcement of lying and withholding evidence, focusing only on Barry Morphew and humiliating him. But authorities tell us they didn't drop the charges because they thought Barry was innocent. They felt they didn't have enough evidence to convict without Suzanne's body.
This morning, demands for justice for Suzanne Morphew, 3 years after the Colorado mom mysteriously vanished on Mother's Day in 2020. Authorities believe she is dead, her body never found, now officially classified a cold case.
Somebody in this community needs to keep her name out there.
Suzanne's husband, Barry, initially charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, but those charges dropped just before his trial. Now Barry and his daughters Macy and Mallory are speaking exclusively to ABC News, claiming his life has been ruined by false accusations.
What have these last 3 years been like for you?
Very, very sad. Very confusing. Just so traumatic. Like literally our worst nightmare.
Did you have anything to do with the disappearance of your wife?
Absolutely not.
I'm muted. He said he ain't got nothing to do with it. Nonsense says, I think his lawsuit threats are silly, but if proven innocent or something yes, he's just acting up in my opinion. Didn't she say he was cheating on her and she was having an affair? I mean, that's always motive, yo. That's always motive, don't you think? I'm just saying, yo, like, I'm be honest with you. If you are convicted, listen, it's one thing to charge somebody. It's a different thing. If you're going to convict me of a crime, you think I'm not going to sue? I would feel some type of way. The Shaggy defense. Where is she? What happened? Only if dropped with prejudice, as Grandma Sherry said, or they can charge again until the SOL runs out. Okay, so here's my deal. If they drop without prejudice, is it a little premature to come swinging with a lawsuit knowing that he could be charged again? It does kind of make you wonder a little bit. You think the daughters are brainwashed? Look at this, peekaboo. Unless someone else knows where she's at. Oh, damn. I mean, damn. Yeah, she did say he was cheating. Mary, did she say that before his death? Did she tell somebody that? The husband claims it's false about him having an affair. Now, the wife was having an affair with text message to text to prove it. They're messaging through LinkedIn. Oh my God, yo. No, SOL on murder. My heart breaks for those girls. I do feel some type of way about them. I mean, but people are saying that the daughters are brainwashed. It's interesting. No statute of limitations for murder charges. I don't know, yo. I don't know. Let me see where everybody's at. Y'all are funny. It wasn't me. Oh my gosh. Some of these comments, yo. All right, let me keep playing this. Let me know your thoughts as we're watching this.
It's very hurtful to lose your reputation and your integrity.
Barry filing a $15 million civil suit against prosecutors, the sheriff, and several investigators.
So I know that 15 million is a huge number, but I don't think that, in my mind, that covers any of the damage that's happened to Barry and the girls.
They know he's innocent. And if they would just look for Suzanne outside of where they hypothesize Barry could have possibly buried her remains, they could find her.
His daughters standing by him.
You never had a shred of doubt once you heard the evidence from law enforcement against your dad.
I've never had a shred of doubt. Not one.
Prosecutors say at the time they believed that they were close to finding Suzanne's body and dropped those charges against Barry, hoping for additional evidence. Authorities tell ABC News they still believe Barry Morphew could be involved in his wife's disappearance and aren't ruling out future charges.
Law enforcement, the DAs, believed that they had their guy.
So they believe they had their guy, but like they haven't cleared him per se, right? This is the piece that I'm like, well, I mean, that could still very well be their guy. I don't think he would get anywhere with the lawsuit unless he was proven innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm just saying. No statute of limitations on murder and on rape in Colorado, because this is from Colorado. I also heard she discussed divorce right before she went missing. Ooh, he did not take his cell phone with him. Goes state by state. Thank you, Eric. I love Eric. I love how Eric just puts the letter. Thank you for doing that. It does block you. sometimes, depending on some of these words. They don't need a body to convict, says Stargazer Mom. Shout out to Stargazer Mom. In my opinion, he is not innocent since Mary. Lord have mercy. The person that messaged me this story, and I was, I'm like, well, they wanted me to talk about it. Sometimes I get a lot of emails. So I'm like, all right, let me just bring this up and see where everybody lands with this one. And I just, y'all are saying different things. The DA wants a rock solid case. You know what though? And I would have to agree with you. We have to be very careful. But does he have enough for a lawsuit? That's what I want to know. Because he's been cleared, but not really.
And they believe that there's a mountain of evidence against you. There's just not Suzanne's body.
They're wrong. They've got tunnel vision. And they looked at one person and they've got too much pride to say they're wrong and look somewhere else.
These charges were dropped without prejudice, which means if authorities feel like there's more evidence, they could charge you again. Do you live with fear of that?
Well, I was innocent the first time they arrested me, so I'm sure it's possible. But I don't have anything to worry about. I've done nothing wrong.
Was there any indication before she disappeared that something was amiss?
No.
Did you observe any fights, arguments, disagreements between your mom and your dad that concerned you before?
No.
Prosecutors offering texts which appear to show a strained marriage, Suzanne referring to Barry as Jekyll and Hyde, and just before she disappeared telling Barry, "I'm done." Suzanne confiding in a friend, "Macy and I had a very tough talk yesterday. She's weary of the tension here. She knows how he is toward me and almost begged me to divorce him."
Wait a minute. I know that these daughters love their father. Okay. And thank you, Eric, for gifting a membership. Fairy Dust Diaries 101 got a membership from Eric. Thank you so much, my love. There was text. The reporter just asked her, "Did you notice any tension?" No. Stoic. No. Hold up. No. Did you notice any tension? No. Stoic. I'm side-eyeing that. I'm just saying, look, I don't like going on speculation, but I'm like, no, really? Every marriage has something going on, yo. Even the perfect marriages have something. I mean, I'm just saying. Does he really want to get into a room of lawyers for a depot? Well, the text messages say different. Yes, they do. Amy, double jeopardy means acquitted at trial and can't be recharged. Thank you, Grandma, for the definitions. Man, he did something to her. I don't buy the innocent bullshit. Lord, the way that they answered. Let me go. Listen, this is like, hold up. Let's go back a little bit, okay? Because I just have to say, look, I'm not even paying attention to the suntan. I want to pay attention to the girls. Look.
Was there any indication before she disappeared that something was amiss?
No.
Did you observe any fights, arguments?
Y'all, I am not a body language expert, but right there, no. You think so? She's not going to say anything. I mean, that's the bad part, Karma. It's like, this is their father. I don't know. All those text messages of Suzanne talking about how Barry would remember Jekyll and Hyde, and would pull the girls aside and try to manipulate them after they argued. I don't know about that. She looks like she is about to cry. I just don't like the way she did that, yo. I don't know, but let's go ahead and keep playing this, okay? And let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Disagreements between your mom and your dad that concerned you before?
No.
Prosecutors offering texts which appear to show a strained marriage, Suzanne referring to Barry as Jekyll and Hyde, and just before she disappeared telling Barry, "I'm done." Suzanne confiding in a friend, "Macy and I had a very tough talk yesterday. She's weary of the tension here. She knows how he is toward me and almost begged me to divorce him. He's still pulling Mal in." But Barry and his daughters deny the marriage was in trouble.
We had a wonderful life. wonderful marriage. She was just so loving and giving and such a good mother.
Before her disappearance, Suzanne fighting cancer.
And I know that she was going through chemotherapy.
That's a good question, Menace. And Purple Pride, I am so happy to see you in here. Shout out to you, my love. Been a bit, you know what, y'all? A lot of you say that, but I just want to point something out. First of all, I want to applaud you for even saying, just sharing. I've been a little bit down a little bit. Some of us get like that. I appreciate you, and we're here. We are not the solution to everything, right? But sometimes it's good, like if we're getting into true crime, to just kind of like hang with the people and say, "Hey guys, how you doing?" and greet each other. It's a community. You know what I'm saying? Menace brought up a good point. How do they know she's dead? Well, she don't have a body, right? But then again, I also kind of wonder. The prosecutors don't, but I also kind of wonder the time frame that they have to decide that. To say they can move forward without. I don't know what the law says about that. Some people can charge without a body based on circumstantial evidence. That's another factor to kind of cute, you know, get into this. I'm just saying. It's interesting. Not a victim blaming at all, but was she the one talking to a boyfriend from before she was married? Just trying to remember. That's interesting. Krusty Draw says, like, Gone Girl? Krusty. I mean, to have leave, it wouldn't be the first time, right? Somebody leaves their life, their kids, and starts all over. God knows I want to do it sometimes. I'm being honest. I don't know if I can do it like the Gone Girl character. I would never set somebody up with a crime, but it does kind of make you wonder, like, when people disappear, where do they go? Is it always foul play? Thank you, SW, for gifting, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Roxanne received a membership from SW. Is it always foul play? Like, doesn't it always make you wonder what was tea with that? When people do like a Machiavelli, where do they go? Where do they go? Because some people do disappear, you know? Do they go to the Bermuda Triangle? I mean, it just makes you wonder, is everything foul play? I don't know. I don't know, yo. I'm just saying. It seems like if she had cancer, she would have to have treatment. Well, right, Belinda. Wasn't he a landscaper and had a bobcat working in that area? Ooh. I wonder if oh, let me not wonder out loud. Let me just keep my my thought to myself. You said bobcat and I was like, "Oh Lord." Let me hit play.
For the last couple of years before her disappearance, and I know she was
Oh,
going through some hard things and made some bad decisions.
What kind of bad decisions?
She was really having trouble with the chemotherapy and the drugs.
Investigators also say she was involved with someone else.
When you found out that Suzanne was having an affair, what was your first thought?
My heart was broke. My heart was broken. I didn't believe it.
What's been the hardest part?
Just not having mom. It's really difficult, especially because of the lack of closure we have.
Ooh.
And Barry Morphew has moved out of Colorado because
I want to stop right there. I want to go back a little bit. Hold up. There was something that was said here. Let me listen to what he said. Something about bad decisions. Now, the affair being one of them, it sounds like. Let me hit play real quick.
The marriage was in trouble.
We had a wonderful life, wonderful marriage. She was just so loving and giving and such a good mother.
Before her disappearance, Suzanne fighting cancer.
And I know that she was going through chemotherapy for the last couple of years before her disappearance. And I know she was going through some hard things and made some bad decisions.
What kind of bad decisions?
You know what? Thank you, Eric, for gifting. She was going through chemotherapy and made some bad decisions. Yeah, he was charged. Nothing has been, there is no double jeopardy here. Barry's petitioned the court to declare her dead just like 6 weeks after she went missing. He asked her father to also sign the court request, and he said, heck nah. I got a lot of opinions right now, but I'm gonna listen to you guys. I'm not gonna say my opinions because I feel so. I'm like, now can she disappear when needing cancer therapy? That's suspicious. What did Cardi B say? That's suspicious. That's weird. It is a little weird. What was the bad decision? The affair or stopping chemo? I'll tell you something, yo. I mean, I see why this one's a little bit hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, and if I owe the man an apology for even speculating something, I would totally give it. But I do feel some type of way about this one right here. Especially, let me tell you why. There was a recent article on this one, yo. Recent article. Okay? There was a friend by the name of Tisha Leewaye, an acquaintance of Susan, says that the $15 million lawsuit filed by the missing Colorado woman's husband, Barry Morphew, against Colorado prosecutors is bogus. Bogus. Let me play this, yo. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, yo.
What's your idea of wealth? Being able to enjoy retirement.
Ooh. We're not getting paid for these ads.
Seeing your children go.
Thank you, Eric, for gifting, by the way.
My sister was just the sweetest person ever. And anyone would have been happy to be friends or neighbors with her. She was unconfrontational, just a really kind person that believed in God and knows the difference between right and wrong. And she has 2 daughters without answers right now. My father at 87 has cancer and needs answers. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to look. I'm coming back out there.
A husband and 2 daughters are begging to bring their mom home.
Oh, Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back.
Morphew disappeared on Mother's Day after reportedly going on a bike ride in the area of County Road 225 and Highway 50 near Salida.
I went to where the bicycle was found. It was gone, but they had some flagging down there that marked the spot.
Well, and one thing, it's interesting you say that. The religious group, Voices says the same. I feel the same way. I'm also wondering what other alibis, if she was having an affair, who else was she? What does that look like? How far in was she in her cancer treatment? I mean, Leanne, I believe he went to various landscaping job sites the morning she went missing, and something about putting stuff in dumpsters or garbage cans must not have panned out with law enforcement. Father died less than a year after she disappeared, never getting closure in life. Oh my God. Shredder Entertainment says, yeah, this fool is guilty. Well, okay. And Menace is in the chat. He's like, is there a bot? Menace, if you're still in here, can you let me know your thought process behind this one? Hey, Kunanya, whether you feel like there is no body, but I'm just kind of curious. Is there some people here that's like, give this man the benefit of the doubt? Which we do. We have to, clearly, because he's been charged, but there isn't enough. Clearly, I want to know your all's opinions about this. Okay? Because now he's suing prosecutors over this situation. And now, mind you, it would be the state of Colorado, right? Because that's who hires these prosecutors. A county, depending on sections and whatnot. I believe the attorneys are hired by the state, though. Prosecutors are. He swapped out cars. Trucks. Don't forget that. Lord have mercy, yo. Voices, welcome to the membership, my love. Thank you for becoming a member. What is going on? Amy says, no, I take my poll vote. Yo. He's projecting. Oh my God, yo, you guys are coming in on these. Why don't I do another poll? Okay, because clearly y'all feel really, really passionate about this one right here. Okay, so I have 138 votes. Would you sue the police if you were wrongfully charged? Now, mind you, wrongfully, because he's saying he's wrongfully charged with the murder of your spouse. 88% said yes. 12% said no. All right, so I'm gonna end that poll. I'm gonna end that poll. We're gonna start a new poll. Barry M. Innocent or guilty? And it's a yes or no. So Amy, you gotta answer. All right, you must answer the poll. Don't make me make you answer the poll. All right, guys, go ahead and vote. And while you're voting, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. If you're enjoying this content, this true crime little channel over here that is just wanting to have conversations and connect with y'all. Amy says that the polls are stressful. Girl. Facts change for you. Stephanie's like, we can't answer that. Stephanie, I'm just saying. Answer it. Poll 8. I'm gonna have to add a third option for you guys that can't answer my poll. Guilty, it can't be, but yeah. How do you answer? Look at you guys. They're so conflicted. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. So SW is always gifting. Thank you. She says that if we can get 125 likes, she'll gift the membership. Thank you, SW. You are just awesome. Yes or no? Guilty, guilty, guilty. Why did I put a yes or no on that one? Guilty is a yes. Not guilty, I guess, is a no. Oh my God. All right. We already got 33 votes in here. Okay. Let me go ahead and hit this play. This is, again, it's just kind of giving us an idea of what happened in this situation.
And I stood there and looked, and I realized that nobody rode over the side of that hill. There would have been signs of a struggle, or you would have been skinned up. The bike would have been mangled if you'd have gone down that hill like that. When you find a bicycle at the bottom of a ravine that you're almost certain nobody rode over there, and an animal did not attack her because there absolutely was no blood evidence and no tracks on the ground, no scent from an animal, it leads me to believe a human being's involved with this. And now it's just a matter of finding her and then letting the authorities sort out the who, whys, and when. Please, Barry, if you could see this, I would really love it if you would take the time to revisit the authorities and go over everything once again. Take a voice analysis and a lie detector and clear yourself. Put my mind at ease and everybody out there's mind at ease. If you want to shut the rumors down, that's the way you do it. You need to find your wife. That should be your only goal, is to find your wife. And whatever you're asked to do by the authorities is what you should do. If you're not guilty, step up to the plate.
You know what, though? Oh, yeah. His brother's kind of getting to me. Darby, you're right. Should I redo the poll? I will redo the poll, and I'll add a third option, okay? All right, guys. I'm sorry. I will redo the poll. He brings up a good point. Now I'm going to go off a little bit. Watch me go on this tangent, okay? Brother says, do the right thing if you're not guilty. I wouldn't worry about a lawsuit with these prosecutors. I would be worried about my husband who's missing. And whether it was cancer or a love affair, he's not here anymore. So I'm not about to sue a bunch of attorneys. Yes, I went through some ish. I was charged, but I didn't do it. So I'm going to go and do whatever I can to put posters up. I'm going to go talk to this man who said that there was that they had a love affair, whatever it may be, right? That's what I'm going to do. So brother, I think, is in his right to say that. I'm rewriting the poll. I know you guys are yelling at me. Guilty or innocent? Guilty. Oh Lord, I can't spell guilty. Guilty. Innocent. Don't know. All right. Ask the community. Now you guys can vote. Rewrote it. Let me know. Okay, that's a good point. You didn't do it. Get a lawyer ASAP. I have seen the police railroad too many people. That is a good point too. But what I'm saying to you is brother, and I love that you said this. That's another way to look at this too. But I'm just wondering, yo, like if you didn't do this, brother's saying over here, like, just do something. I mean, I just feel some type of way about this. Hold up. Let me go back a little bit.
Time to revisit the authorities and go over everything once again. Take a voice analysis and a lie detector and clear yourself.
Lie detector.
Put my mind at ease and everybody out there's mind at ease. If you want to shut the rumors down, that's the way you do it. You need to find your wife. That should be your only goal, is to find your wife. And whatever you're asked to do by the authorities is what you should do. If you're not guilty, step up to the plate. I want to believe that myself. I certainly don't want it to be Barry. I really do not. That destroys two families, and that's not where I want this to go.
Something happened to her, yo. Something happened to this woman, okay? Something's not right. So there is a friend, all right, in here. Look, Tisha Leewaye says that this whole, an acquaintance of Susan says that the $15 million lawsuit filed by the missing Colorado woman's husband, Barry, against Colorado prosecutors is bogus. Morphew, 55, was accused of killing his wife, is still missing since 2020, before charges against him were dropped in 2022. Filed the lawsuit on May 2nd, arguing that the 11th District prosecutors violated his civil rights with the accusations made against him. Now, how his civil rights were violated, I'd like to know. I don't know. The friend is saying, I think it's pretty bogus. Who worked at a tanning salon where the whole family used to go? See, I was like, oh, they're looking kind of tannish. I guess tanning is something that they do as a family. Totally fine. I just noticed a little tan on him and the girls as well. I think it's pretty bogus. She says, right now he's still a suspect. Just because the charges were dropped doesn't mean he's not a suspect. I'm not saying that the DA did that perfect job on this, because I don't believe they did either. I think it's been kind of a messed up case from day one. But your wife is still missing, and you're suing for money. Lie detectors are not admissible in court. That's the problem with lie detectors. They just are. You agree? Mary says she agrees with Tisha. Tisha, I think that's her name. William says, I wouldn't rest until they're found. Kitten says, if he sues, attorneys may want to take a lie detector. Well, I just don't know. Hey, Peg. That's mostly true what he said, but a lot of the times the cops do the least and arrest and charge the wrong guy. See, that's what I'm saying. You convict me for a crime I didn't do, oh, you better believe I will be suing you. I will. True that. I will. I don't know, yo. I don't know. Let me look at this poll and see where we land, because everybody was like, Rabbit, the poll is wrong. All right. See? Now everybody's doing well. Let me see. Y'all are being nicer. Precy. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Well, even the poll now, 84 votes. 67% said guilty. And make sure you guys are hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Do not take away the likes from me, okay? I griff for likes. Okay, 67% said guilty. 2% said innocent. So there's still 2% that say he's innocent. And 31% said don't know. Very true. And you are so correct. It does take money to find. Prosecution makes a mistake, they need to pay. He needs to clean his name. I would have to agree with you on that one. I mean, poll trolls. Do we have poll trolls in the house? Shout out to the poll trolls. Is it in Colorado, sheriffs? And let me know. Lie detectors are increasingly being admissible in court. I thought they called them junk science. So I mean, I'm just saying that there's some articles out there. In 20 states, is Colorado one of them? Because that's where he's at right now, or this is where, allegedly, this is where it all happened. How are you, my love? Welcome, welcome. I mean, let me know. He don't want the money. He was a deposition and told what the evidence is. Oh, well, dang. Morrow says they have not been able to find Ann Walsh, and her husband has been charged. Thank you. Bingo. Bingo. Circumstantial. That's what I'm saying. If they haven't been able to find her, I mean, the husband was charged. I mean, what's going on? That's a good point. Thank you, Morals. Not in Colorado. So, lie detectors are not admissible in Colorado courts. Good to know. Rabbit, no poll. I did. I put in a new poll in there. Listen, we asked for them to declare her dead. What if this was my missing spouse? I would be fine. Yeah, why are we? See, that's a good point. Why are we trying to declare her dead 6 weeks after she went missing? That don't make sense. Walsh history is all they needed, circumstantial. Still, if they don't have a body, where's she at? I don't know, yo. Why Brian Walsh is a little bit different, you guys. He looks like a total douchebag. Oh Lord. How can he prove they are wrong? Right? Chemo and the drugs. He was implying that she was taking other medicinal stuff. Life insurance. Maybe that's why he wanted her within the 6-week time frame gone. Life insurance. Some ain't right. But I don't know if it was Barry. I guess I don't know. I didn't like the way the daughters responded. Right. Do the right thing, right. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. All right. All right. Let's move on to another case. I know I mean, this one was very interesting, definitely. Let's talk about Kayla, who was the Illinois girl that was found after 6 years. Okay. Well, no, I'm sorry, not 6 years. She went missing in 2017. It was like what? It was 6 years ago. Was it 6 years? Oh my God, it feels like it hasn't been that long. Let's move on to here, okay? Oh my gosh, these ads are killing me. So, an Illinois girl vanished with her mother 6 years ago, now a teen. She was just found in North Carolina. I believe this was a custody issue that had happened. I mean, something to kind of keep in mind, these custodial issues and whatnot. Let me see if I can pull what I found. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is just crazy to me.
A missing South Elgin girl featured in the Netflix series has been found.
Dane Placco is live with details.
Yeah, it has been nearly 6 years since 15-year-old Heather Unbehaun last saw her father. Well, this afternoon, the two of them are together here at their home in South Elgin. Now, back in July of 2017, Unbehaun, who was then 9 years old, was abducted by her mother during a parental visit in Wheaton. The two of them then disappeared. The girl's father, Ryan Iskerka of South Elgin, had full custody of the girl at the time, and the mother, Heather Unbehaun, only had visitation rights. Now, this case has been featured by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which has done age progressions on the girl. And the parental abduction was recently featured on the series Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, which is why on Saturday, an employee working at the Plato's Closet clothing store in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh my gosh, shout out to the Plato's Closet. I love the Plato's Closet. All right. We're just talking with my mods on Discord about how I love vintage. And it's funny that now I feel old because I have a lot of vintage clothing from like the 2000s, and I guess 2000s is considered vintage now by these younger people. You tell me how that feels. So the Plato's Closet employee, isn't that crazy? Not just Miss. I know. Really? That's interesting. Yo, I love the Plato's Closet. I do, but I'm like, sometimes they're a little pricey over used clothes. I'm just saying. Yeah, Plato's clothes. It's a little pricey. All right, I'm going to say that. But I do love me some like really good vintage something. The Goodwill, kind of these places, although even the Goodwill is getting a little overpriced. I'm just saying, Goodwill. Just say it. You love Plato's Closet too. I love Plato's Closet. I mean, you just never know what you find. That's all. Let me hit play on this.
Recognized the mother and daughter from the TV show. That employee called 911, and police were able to find both still at the shopping mall. The mother is being held on a $250,000 bond in North Carolina. She was bonded out this morning by her parents. A short time ago, I talked to South Elgin's police chief, who says they've been working on this case as recently as last week.
We were overjoyed, excited to see something like this after 7 years, and in such a positive way. Was remarkable.
Yeah, these things don't always happen.
Right.
And in a good way.
No, I mean, we've worked pretty hard over the last 7 years, hundreds of hours of detective work, and to finally see it to an end was an incredible thing.
I talked to the girl's father, Ryan, earlier today. He didn't want to be on camera, but he told me on his front step that his daughter is doing remarkably well given the circumstances, and he is just overwhelmed with joy to have her back home. As for the mother, she, as I mentioned, has been bonded out by her parents, who live not too far from here. She is expected in court to face a Class 4 felony in Kane County.
That is crazy, yo. Yeah, she would be like 15 right now. As though he's like, you offending me. I'm sorry. I promise you. I just love, I love the clothes from the 2000s. People are calling it vintage. Who else said? Somebody said it was retro. How do you call that? Even that hurts me. Like, don't tell me that my clothing is retro. Just saying. But that is so crazy, yo. That is so crazy. Yo, everybody's laughing at Grandma Sherry. So my ex-husband members only jacket is now vintage and not just tacky. Grandma, members only. Oh my. So yes, it's not tacky. It could be tacky retro. Tacky retro. There you go. See, he's part of the cool crowd now. Okay? If I got people going in my closet like, "Where'd you get this?" In 2001 at a Macy's store. I'm just saying. I don't know. My high school car is vintage. Oh my God, y'all! Look, we got into another rabbit hole of vintage. You know what I'm gonna do, right? Ya tú sabes, Gina. Ya tú sabes. You already know. Look, I'm gonna do this on my backup page. I might do a little video of my retro, vintage, early 2000s wear, my club wear. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You've got see now those. I got some Docs too. I love Doc Martens, Skechers with the boots and the laces. Oh yeah, that was me. That was me. Anyways, now from 1999, those are classic. Just saying, I got some. I was telling everybody I got some House of Derriere or Derriere. Darion, House of Darion shoes, they're heels, and I wore them only one time, and they're classic. Those are vintage. Ask Beyonce. Those are vintage. Retro, excuse me. I'm just saying. I know, right? I love Skechers. I used to wear them with like dresses and stuff. You are vintage. Stop it, Wim. You are not vintage. All right, or some Chucks. Ooh, I got some old Chucks. Vintage Chucks, okay? Yeah, we just aged ourselves. Let me stop, okay? Okay, so wanted to share this story. I mean, I'm glad that she was found. These stories don't end this way. Like, that's crazy, yo, how it happened. So she was featured. I think it's the fact that she was featured on a Netflix docuseries in Unsolved Mysteries. Even so, I've seen the first and second season of Unsolved Mysteries. They did another one, Unsolved Mysteries in season 3. And I think what they do is just re-air old episodes or like play out the older episodes over and over again. I mean, I loved Unsolved Mysteries. It creeped me out a little bit, especially the guy with the trench coat. I forgot his name. He had a very specific type of voice, and you can never get away with the intro of Unsolved Mysteries music. So I'm happy to hear that. Yo, that's good news. I'm so glad. We need to bring back the channels that more. Which ones? Tell me. Lord, look at y'all are talking about vintage stuff. See, do I have some vintage retro people in this chat? I might just do some stuff on my backup page and, you know, just, talk about the vintage stuff or the collectibles that I have because I got a lot. I got a lot of stuff, and you guys are going to be surprised how much I have. All right, we got to talk about Kohberger, and we're going to end with that note because Kohberger, Lord have mercy. Listen, do we have the right guy? That should. Let's stop this right here. Okay. So there's been a lot of documents that have been submitted, a lot of evidence. I'm a little confused and concerned as to what all that means. So if somebody in the chat understands what it all means for Kohberger, because people are speculating, do we have the right guy? Will he be exonerated? Was it the cartel all along? Because you already know that narrative speed. El Chapo is locked up over there somewhere across. I think he's in New York or something. Thank you for gifting, Eric, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And people are kind of speculating what's going. We're still talking about this, right? You got channels that are, hiring decoys to play relatives of people and people that were, allegedly in the crime scene and give exclusives. Yo, I must be doing YouTube wrong. I gotta start hiring people and have a voice box to them so they can pretend that they're so and so's relative, and then I say I have the exclusive over here, and you guys watch it, and then I get the like and the view. I'm doing YouTube completely wrong. All right, I'm just saying. Well, sinner, listen. El Chapo is in prison in Colorado. Is he? Oh Lord, see, he's in Colorado. Lord have mercy. There's a lot of inaccurate information. So this was released yesterday. According to new court filings, the state has handed over 10,200 photographs to the defense through discovery requests. So while there's discovery, kind of makes you wonder, how the hell are we coming up with these cartel theories and we're okay with that? I mean, I don't know how people eat this shit up, but hey, let me go ahead and play this. Maybe I'm completely wrong and we got the wrong guy. I don't know.
New court documents give us a glimpse as to the amount of evidence prosecutors have collected in their investigation into Bryan Kohberger. He's the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students last year. Documents filed by the Latah County Prosecutor's Office on Friday show they've turned over thousands of photos, videos, and reports to the defense team. The filing shows the prosecution handed the defense more than 10,000 pages of reports, more than 10,000 photos, about 9,200 tips, and 51 terabytes of video, audio, and digital material, including from Kohberger's arrest in his home state of Pennsylvania. This filing is standard in a criminal case. It's in response to Kohberger's defense's request for discovery. That means they're asking prosecutors about witnesses and evidence that the prosecution might present at trial. Kohberger, a Washington State University grad student, is accused of stabbing the 4 students to death in an off-campus house in Moscow during the early morning hours of November 13th.
Now, 10,200 pieces of, pictures, photographs, documents, and thank you, Eric, for gifting memberships, my love. Thank you. Nerd received a membership. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. That's actually well in the normal range of discovery, right, Pugs? So my thing is this. What does it all mean? It's discovery, right? Does it give any credence to the cartel theory? And I call it the YouTube cartel theory, the YouTubers cartel theory. Because it's not like, Idaho, and all these people, you don't hear them say it was the cartel. I'm trying to, unless, again, I can hire somebody to come to my channel and give me the exclusive about what it's like to go to the university and all the drug problems that neighborhood has, all the weed that they smoke. I could do that too. Why not? Instead of allowing this case to actually play out the way it needs to, I mean, I could call. I don't think I can. Can I call El Chapo? Let me call El Chapo in Colorado, wherever the hell he's at. Maybe I can get on his call list and ask him, "Hey, Chapo. Hey, dude. Hey, what's up? ¿Qué onda? Listen, you got something to do with this situation? Is the Sinaloa cartel up in Idaho over there with the colleges, right? Let me know what's tea with that. What's going on? Let me know. Just say it. It's ridiculous. It I'm down. You give me permission and I will clickbait the shit out of it. I'll get the card. I'll get a Chapo on a phone call right here. We can air it out over here. I'm just joking. I could never do that. But I'm saying anybody can get a little voice box and change their voice and, run a different narrative. 1-800 dial El Chapo. Not a Chapo, El Chapo, Sticky. The one and only. 1-800. I mean, I'm Mexican. We can speak in el español. We can get him on speed dial. We can definitely do that. I will get him to spill the tea on this Kohberger situation. Did you set up this guy to take the fall for the whole Sinaloa cartel? What's tea with that? Why not? I know people that know people that know people. And then if I fuck up, I'll just puny rock the situation and give you the runaround. So, can you imagine El Chapo calls in the show? What do you say to him? Hey, what's up? How you doing? Just saying. What do you do? What do you do? Oh my God. There is not a university in the world that is drug field. How the hell do you think you make that 4 years? Lord, I mean, I'm just saying. I believe nothing about the cartel, in my opinion. It's ridiculous. Listen, I like talking to y'all. Also, you go send them some menudo good luck in through the security, yo, because, I mean, listen, my Italian mafia fam is glad the heat is off them. You have better luck blaming the Italian mob of this crime than El Chapo. Why has it got to be Sinaloa? Why the Mexicans? I'm just saying. I'm starting to think we will not see Bryan Kohberger. I hope. Oh my goodness, yo. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, I haven't seen the discovery. It could very well be that, Bryan Kohberger is innocent. And, it really truly was the cartel or the Italian mob. Anything is possible. Right? Anything is possible. I'm just saying. They got the flags confused. I'm just saying, yo. I don't know what to say. Oh my God. Thank you. I just got a Cash App. Thank you, J-Dub, for the Cash App, my love. Thank you. I hope you're okay with me saying thank you, J-Dub, and all those that have Cash App me. I appreciate you. You have family in the Las Vegas mob? Oh Lord. If he's innocent, he really should sue. Shut your perfect See, well, now that's a situation. If he is exonerated from this crime, yeah, thank you. I'm just thinking I would probably, unlike Barry over there, I would probably sue here because you put me through hell on this one. Speaking of which, did you guys see Heels in the air video? Y'all need to watch that latest drop. She said something about how, and not to get us off on a tangent, but she said something about how, so Kohberger was receiving love letters with stars and hearts and whatnot, right? Well, I guess a YouTuber who's suing various YouTubers, I guess, or, wanting to sue a YouTuber specifically, used to do that when he wanted to get in contact with, like Chris Watts. So he used as a female decoy and would write hearts on the letters to try to get, somebody to take the bait. Well, try to get Chris Watts to take the bait. There was an article that was posted yesterday of Bryan Kohberger receiving the exact same kind of letters on stars and hearts and whatnot. That's weird. Just saying. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this whole situation. I mean, clearly, this is a lot of mess. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Barry Morphew, lawsuit. Is he in his right to sue? I don't know. What do you guys think about the finding of this? Well, now she's a teenager, from a little girl to a teenager. I think it's great. And now we have this whole Bryan Kohberger thing. Do you have to? I mean, is there a cartel in here? Do we have enough to say that the cartel was involved in this situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you for gifting memberships, and let me do a little rabbit twerk because we twerk on this channel. You already know. Thank you so much for your support. And for those that have purchased memberships and joined the membership, this is for you. Not the cartel is innocent, yo. The cartel is innocent. The cartel didn't do it this time. Y'all leave the cartel alone, all right? I'm not trying to listen. I have to be careful when I talk about the cartel because I have a feeling YouTube is connected somehow to the cartel. I'm just going to say that. Thank you, Sinner. That whole thing is a rabbit hole in itself. I don't know what's up with Jamie Foxx. Glad that he's doing okay. If that's who it is, I don't really know. Shout out to everybody, you guys. I am out. I have a baby bunny I got to tend to. You guys have a great one. Rabbits out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.